Nate Diaz and steroids is one of the most ridiculous, abundantly clear, oxymoron, crazy statements. I can't think of more analogies to say for you. That just did not happen. Now, Chael, do you have any proof that it didn't? No, I never had proof. Well, Chael, do you have any evidence? No, I never had any evidence. Did you have any proof or evidence to the contrary? Because I sure never saw it. I mean, it was one of these things to the highest of levels. And Nate Diaz's statement, and this is circumstantial. I fully agree with you. To come out and clear a guy and exonerate a guy with no evidence is not something that you can do. I get that. But we were also trying to crucify him with no evidence. So if we're playing a circumstantial game, then allow me to bring my circumstantial facts to the debate. Reading Nate's statement where he lets the whole world know what's going on when nobody else did. He says, fix this or else, when nobody was even saying there was a problem, at least not publicly. Him calling out cheaters, him openly putting everything on the table. Here's all the supplements I take and where I get them. Oh, and don't think for a second I'm going to try this tainted meat defense. I don't even eat meat. He took his own defense away from himself in a statement preemptive that he never needed to state. Actions of an innocent man. That's not evidence. That is circumstantial. But guys, I sat in the seat, the wrong seat. I know how this game is played. I know the words that are used. I know how the body looks. I mean, Nate and performance, that's just not reality. But I thought it was very clear. And you got to understand how Nate played this. Now, Nate is a genius. Unintentionally. I can't give him full credit for being a brilliant guy because he does not have a strategy and a plan ahead of time. It just keeps on working out, okay? From a marketing standpoint, both the Diaz brothers, from a marketing standpoint, Nick Diaz created more media and more press and sold more tickets and more pay-per-view buys by not doing media than he could have done had he sat side by side with George St. Pierre and Dana White in the middle and the media asked him a ton of questions. He got on Sports Center on accident, let the whole world know about this fight by not showing up to a press conference. He was almost released from the company. Dana was so mad. But accidentally and unintentionally, the effect that it had was wonderful. Nate Diaz. That was Nick. Nate Diaz was put in a position with USADA. Now, this hasn't all come out, but again, I sat on the wrong side of the track. I kind of know how this works, and the way it works is you get a notification. And they start out, they don't really point the finger at you. They just let you know we've got an abnormal test, and now we need to begin to find out how and why. That can take a period of time. Nate's looking at it and going, you need me in 10 days. You want 60 days. You want 30 days. Whatever it is you want, time-wise, to get this looked into. But I get destroyed in that process. And I don't know if I'm going to like how it turns out because I don't really have any control over it. Ultimately, just you guys doing whatever goes in that lab and whatever forms the opinion and the conclusions that you then write down on a letter and release to me in the world, I got to live by. But you need me right now and you want me right now. So forget this 30-day business and forget this 60-day business and forget this due process and forget your test and your retest. Go relook at that sample you have right now and then come back to me and apologize because I'm innocent. And you are now incentivized to work a few extra hours, to stay late and to put some overtime in. Because the clock's ticking and MSG's around the corner. Do I get on the airplane or not? I mean, this is what he had. He had hand. There was nothing underhanded here. He didn't get somebody to say something in favor of him or else I won't do this for you. No, it was none of that. He's just saying, you go do your test, but you do them now. You stay open late. You bring in better experts. You do it now. It was smart. I don't think it was intentional. I don't think he saw it through as clearly as that. I think he was just a pissed off street kid that lived a good, honest life and was fair and above board in the sport that he chose. I think that's all that it was. But unintentionally, Diaz once again comes out, not just smart, not just well played. No, excuse me. Brilliant.
Uncle Chael, Uncle Chael, there's no bad guy like Uncle Chael. Never lost, not even a round. Undefeated, undisputed. Oh yeah, here comes the bad guy. Uncle Chael, Uncle Chael, there's no bad guy like Uncle Chael. Never lost, not even a round. Undefeated, undisputed. Oh yeah, here comes the bad guy. Uncle Chael, Uncle Chael, there's no bad guy like Uncle Chael. Never lost, not even a round. Undefeated, undisputed. Oh yeah, here comes the bad guy, Uncle Chael.